And we are underway in Buffalo. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now McCarthy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Oh, able to avoid him. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Allen going to run with it. That's caught left side by Eilman. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Option play. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. First carry now for Justice Hill. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. When you look at this Buffalo defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
To the air with McCarthy. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. From the gun, it's Allen. Goes to the tight end, Kincaid. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Throwing is McCarthy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. A give now to Bill. This is Krosky Merritt. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, 36 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At their own 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Back to throw. Allen. That's into the hands of Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The Bills at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Shazier hauls it in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, If you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now this time, Allen will throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
That's another Bills.
Alert.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
319. Stop. Go.
Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
10 more yards.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
9-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. This now a third and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
At the 6-yard line.
Alert! Ready! Out!
Now Allen. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Ready! Go!
To the air, Allen. Caught on the slant. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's McCarthy. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
19,
Looking to throw McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 1. Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. Going deep for Walker. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteed he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy operating from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terry McLaurin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The drive will start with an option going left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the Ravens' 42-yard line.
Alert! Off 52. Out. Alert! Half 85. Half. Look out.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man down the field. That's Iomatter. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Allen going to run with it. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And here's Rodgers on the return. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now. Cougars, take over.
On first down, it's Krusty Merritt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now McCarthy. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And the Baltimore.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
McCarthy is set to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
To the air with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dorian Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. Down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw, it's Allen. That is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Allen going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's got the open man. It's Eilmanner. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
14 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on the big offensive line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From from the gun, it's Allen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Throwing is McCarthy. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Round 80. Hey, home. Regular. 5 wide. Monday.
Throwing, Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
It's a turnover on down.
Here's McCarthy. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going after passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third down and goal coming up here.
Go street. Press ball 80. 19 right. 18. Pioneer Warriors 17.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Half. 180. What's that?
Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
All 52. Regular. We'll go.
To throw is Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Half 85. Hey, look. Middle. What's that?
Allen. Here's Bell on the comeback route. Now this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Alert. What's that?
Now Allen. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another Bills.
Here's 1st down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Half the 60.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The score is 42. Ravens 38. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but it still have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Well, here's your ball game. 1 second to play. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Bills, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.